Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Plus. Today I'm featuring Dead Man's Grin. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Dead Man's Grin. We've got Falkreath to the east, roadside ruins to the west, and here we are again at Dead Man's Grin. Now that we've seen the location, let's go find the key. We're starting by the gate outside of Falkreath that's near the general store and Dead Man's Drink. We'll cut through the grass between the gate and Dead Man's Drink to get to the cemetery faster. If you like this grass, it's Freak's Floral Fields. I just switched to this from Vadosbrom regions and I like it a little bit better. And if you like these trees, they're from Nature of the Wildlands. It's a tree replacer and it adds additional trees, but it looks super realistic, although it requires some patching. We're headed to the back left of the cemetery where we can find this weird grave. When we look inside, we find the key to Dead Man's Grin. Now that we have the key, let's travel to the home. I like to stay between these gravestones, and then stay left of the big rocks. Yours might be easier to see if you don't have Nature of the Wildlands installed, as my forest is more dense, but to me, it's worth it. Now when we get to this clearing, you can see the pool where Shadowmere emerges in the Dark Brotherhood questline, and there's the door to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. We're just right up the hill from there. This home has been available for LE since 2021, but now we have access on Special Edition and Anniversary Edition. Here are the stairs, and there's our front door. Yours may not have the roses since I have a mod installed called Hanging Moss to Climbing Roses, but it'll still look neat with the skull, hanging moss, and all of the mushrooms around. Now, let's head inside. Here's our first glimpse inside of Dead Man's Grin. For a cave, it's looking pretty lively. This home has some unique features, one being these crystal clusters that yield black soul gems, perfect for the aspiring mage. And look at all of these mushrooms and ingredients, perfect for the budding alchemist. As we continue, we've got a wood pile to the right, named storage for drinks, and then check out our cozy fire. We've got a tree stump seat, a grill, and a cooking pot for your cooking needs. Check out this cool design on the pillow, and the mushrooms along the wall, and this table is named storage for food. Heading up the stairs, we have some spooky decoration. As we look to the right, we have an empty chest named storage for shields, weapons, ore, and ingots, as well as the beginning of a smithing suite with a small smelter, grindstone, workbench, and anvil. And as we turn to the left, we have more spooky decoration to meet the theme. And here are some more mushrooms and ingredients for our alchemists. We have a pull chain to enter the next part of the home. And as we enter, we can see more of those crystal clusters that will yield black soul gems, named storage for staves. There's an empty chest, a tanning rack to complete our smithing suite, and named storage for pelts. Now we can open up this gate and go downstairs. And there's our third crystal cluster as well as some more mushrooms. And then check out this open space. How cool does that look? Now if we go behind this area, we have a hay pile, which is a perfect place for a follower to sleep. Now let's go back out and check out this well-decorated space. To the right, you have a place to store your ingredients. And check out this custom alchemy cauldron. How cool does that look? Right next to that, you have the unholy altar. You can see some voodoo items down there. You also have storage for magical books, and below the skull and bones is named storage for potions and poisons. And this alchemy lab is for ordinator users to be able to use perks, so if you want to make an enhanced alchemy lab, use that one. As we back up, you can see the area underneath the tanning rack. Inside of here, we have soul gem storage, there's a custom arcane enchanter and staff enchanter, a knapsack, and a chest. The lighting of that space makes it feel extra magical. Now let's pull this next pull chain. And when we go up the hill, we'll discover our bedroom. Seems pretty cozy. Here's our bed. Here's named storage for clothes. It's got another one of those cool pillows. There's some more mushrooms, named storage for drinks, named storage for books, a map of Skyrim, and several small unmarked containers. And as we look to the other side of the room, we have an empty chest, a knapsack, and I like that candle lighting in the ivy. That looks fantastic. Here's our last pull chain. And this leads us into a reading nook. You can see a chair. You've got space to store your diaries and journals. Here's a throne, named storage for books. And you can even look off of this ledge to see into the first room of the cave. Now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Dead Man's Grin may put a grin on your face if you're an alchemist or a mage, especially if you have a dark character. It has some pretty spooky decoration, and it lives up to its reputation for being a voodoo den. For alchemists, there are plenty of mushrooms and ingredients as well as insects to harvest. And for mages, you can use your crystal clusters to harvest black soul gems. You have your own bed, a hay pile for a follower, a cooking pot and a grill, a full smithing suite including this tanning rack, as well as a small smelter, grindstone, workbench, and anvil to complete the suite. There's a custom alchemy cauldron, a traditional alchemy lab for ordinator users, a custom arcane enchanter and a staff enchanter, and named storage galore for tons of items. So if you're in the market for a voodoo den, you might want to check out Dead Man's Grin. This concludes my feature of Dead Man's Grin. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.